Hello and welcome back to Tours and Tournaments. This is potentially the final episode of the Tours and Tournaments. You will know by whether or not it says end in the title here. If it doesn't, then there's probably at least one more episode. But let me set the scene. I have about 50 minutes of real world time to record this. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the game progress. We're going to try and kill the feuding family who's against us, and that'll let us check in about once a year to see how that goes. We'll check in with all the little things as we do that. When we get to December 1452, because the game ends in January 1st, 1453, we're going to turn off the game, create a save file, move the save file to a backup location, reload up the game, let it end, see whether we can look around afterwards, if not, load up a backup file, and then we'll have a look at absolutely everything. And then that will be us having completed a complete playthrough of Crusader Kings III, which I don't know if I've ever done. It's a very, very long game to get to this point. And yes, there's quite a lot of slowdown towards the end. People have pointed out that there are actually ways to get the death events to trigger more often in the game rules, so that is probably a great way in the future to get it to not slow down as much late game if we wanted to do that, but I don't know if we're necessarily going to do this again. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think if I was ever going to go for the end date, I might start on a later date, which would kind of fix the issues by itself. Anyway, I'm going to unpause. We're going to kill this guy. That's job number one, our nemesis. And we'll see where things go. So I'm just basically waiting for pop-ups to appear at this point. Like any sort of, you now have a faction against you pop-ups. Not that I think there are any. Because I think our factions are so weak they don't even pop up with the incorrect military strength calculations of the first month. Yep. Okay. How are we doing on religion, by the way, just to get us a good base point? Religion, we are at 2470. Ooh, that is a lot more than it used to be. Okay. We have quite a few of these that are just at the edge. Alright, cool. Yeah, quite a few of these are just about to go. Let's just take artifacts of low durability, of which we do not care. There we go. That's inviting us to a wedding, of which I also do not care. And that seems fine. Yeah. Family members can get married. Oh, grandson, we will marry off to a inheritable traits, not ruler. There we go. You can marry my cousin. That seems fine to me. And then granddaughter, you can marry this guy. Wonderful. Perfect. Get rid of some of these things. How long have we got on these? 8 months and 9 months. Okay, so once these two things get accepted, I think I'll see you in about... Oh, what's this? Failed elopement. I don't know. I don't really care. I think we're fine. Yeah. Oh, actually, failed elopement is good because it gives us rightfully imprisoned, which means that we can now put one of them as our executioner. Wonderful. Right. Now we'll do a time skip of about 6, 7, 8 months. You join us about 8 or 9 months later, where we are now ready to kill this guy. Now, I don't expect him to die right away, because I expect his dynasty will save him, due to it being the Falkwolding dynasty, but this is the first step towards killing him, is killing him once. So, let's do it. In terms of other things that happened, we ended up getting the sell titles decision bit here, which isn't anything for us because we're not going to do it because we don't need the money. So yeah, that's about all we've done. Also, wait a second, did we not have something in our culture that we were changing? Oh yeah, we were changing to egalitarian for a while, and we have changed. Oh, did we ever actually go and have a look at our royal court for that? I don't know if we did. Anyway, let's see if this guy dies. He didn't, due to family connections, which is the dynasty legacy. Yeah. We already knew. We can rebuild. Right, so that now means that we have to kill him again. Wonderful. Yeah, I wanted to have a look at our royal court. Did we ever actually have a look at what the other option was? Because we had intrigue, but we can now switch to a different one if we wanted to. We can also do more than one hostile scheme, I just realized. Ooh. Anyway, because we could switch to diplomatic one, which is kind of cool. Oh, increased offer vassalage acceptance scale by grandeur. I never knew that was there. That's intriguing. Okay, anyway. Vassal tax contribution, I think, is the one that we switched from. Yeah, I'm happy being on intrigue. That's fine. I just wanted to see what our options were. But knowing we can do 2 hostile schemes at a time, wait a second, why don't we murder more people? I have more rivals. But this guy from Estonia, how about I murder him at the same time? Am I allowed to? Think so. Yeah. There we go. And let's get more people in. Yeah, definitely. Let's invite, is that his wife? It is his wife. Oh. Well, that's probably going to work then. Yeah, I think one more would make me happy here. Yeah, there we go. That'll put us at basically max, no matter, you know, if everybody gets removed. Apart from one. Wonderful. Also, I was kind of thinking, I wonder whether I should be on support schemes. I guess there's no real reason to. Yeah, I guess if we're already at 95, there's no real reason to be on that. Right, cool. So those are going, but we have these 2 things that are about to finish at the same time. We are about to convert, and we are also about to, well, convert culture and religion, I guess I should say. When I say about to convert, that would cover both of those. Right, let's go for that one. Let's see, 7 days. Agents are removed from schemes. That's what we were trying to avoid running into the problem of. We want agents to still be in the still have enough scheme power, even if they some get removed. You know what I've decided? I'm also just going to invite everybody. Because, I mean, you know, we have a ton of money. What am I trying to do? Like, you know, am I worried that... well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to do here. Like, why am I worried about spending the cash? It's not like it costs us stress or anything. It's just like, literally, we can invite them or not invite them. Hey, you promoted culture. That's great to see. We've lost our bodyguard. New bodyguard being that person. There we go. Clear out the list. And then, go and have a look over here. We can continue spreading our culture over in this area. So promote culture. I'm looking for 2 years. Have we got 2 years over here? A lot of 3 years. Yeah, a lot of 3 years. Why is it so much longer? I guess development might have raised slightly due to them being in our realm for long enough. Yeah, I guess probably their development just raised. Alright, 3 years. You got one last one to do then. And then in 3 days. Okay. We've now got Rukaj, which was somewhere up here. Now you can convert this one, which is 12 months. Wonderful. So we're 12 months away from murder. We're 12 months away from that. Seems good to me. No, I don't want to go to your hunt. Thank you for letting me know, though. Right. And now I want to have another look at religion. We are now at 2472, which is an additional 1 from where it was. Sorry, additional 2 from where it was. R1 plus an extra 1, which I think was... this one maybe? Not sure. Anyway. Cool. Right. Well, I will see you in about 12 months then. Okay, you join us again trying to kill this guy. Another year has passed, basically. One thing is different, however. This is now reset slightly. Why? Well, because they actually converted it before we even, you know, got about, you know, 2 or 3 months in. They just converted it. So I'm now trying to convert this one on the assumption that the person who'd converted that one is now trying to convert this one. And, yeah, seemed pretty good to me. Anyway, not too much else happened, so let's murder this guy. Might get saved by a bodyguard this time, though. Aha, no, he was... Oh, my God, okay. No one could do a thing to save him. Has happened, was killed, was killed, was killed. We killed, like, so many people. My God. Okay. Well, that's good for us. Okay. And now I'm going to kill him with snakes. But he'll get saved by the folk welding thing. No. They're also all dead. Wait, is this not the same person? Yeah, I don't think these last 3 are real. I think only the top one is real. Anyway, we've now done it. Just wait a second or two. I wanted to give us the abandoned feud events. No abandoned feud events? Nope. Okay, well. Murder. And murder. There we go. Seems fine to me. Do you want to invite in as many people as possible? I guess so, yeah. Well, maybe I'll just invite in one. I mean, there is 10 on each of these, so we'll just invite in one. As in, like, there's 10 who could be invited, so let's just do that. Right. Cool. What's next to trigger? Is there anything that we actually need to do? Next thing is probably 6 months from now. Alright. Well, I'll meet you there. Right, so we are now getting very close to this thing being converted, which means that we've almost converted all the ones that, in fact, we have. Yeah, once we convert this one, we will have converted everything in the top corner of the map where the Mongol invasion started, which is awesome. We need a new successor to this one. We needed a new successor to this, which is why it didn't make its way up to 6, because we lost a lot of glory by that. I'm just trying to find out which one. Yeah, it's Knight of the Wolf. The Knight of the Wolf next one is Auxilia 30. Auxilia 30. Let's go down to 30. There we go. Right. Perfect. So that one's in there. Nice. But yes, we're getting very close to having converted all that land up there, which is fantastic. In terms of other things, we did grab Avarice, which now means that we got extra holding taxes, gave us extra stewardship, so I've now grabbed Rotterdam back. We, however, have lost a lot of our income because we had a powerful vassal who was on our council in this chancellor position who has died. They are now not earning as much and therefore are not giving us as much. I think this is their actual direct successor, but they don't earn as much, therefore they don't give us as much, even with the boosted amount they get from having a powerful vassal in the council, which means that, yeah, we earn less, essentially. Even though we were earning more temporarily. It's kind of a weird one. Anyway, that's where we're currently at. Also, the murder schemes are unsynced, like, quite significantly, because we got an advanced progress event on one of them. So, there you go. Hey, we've converted it. Wait a second. Did I not just convert it? Oh, maybe this is a... Maybe it reconverted? As in it converted back? Huh. Wait a second, is that allowed? Are you allowed to just convert back? We're now at 2477, so we're up 7 from the start of the episode. A lot from this, a lot from that. These ones are still holding strong. I guess I'm going to try and convert this one then. 12 months. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Oh, I think we got like a little bit here, because this used to go all the way to the coast. But yeah, I think chances of converting all of that are... I was going to say slim, but I think that it's 0. I think 0 would be a better descriptor. Anyway, next thing that happens for us is in about 5 months' time. What's this? Gift and artifact? Is it any good? No? Alright. Cool. So I think we're going to, do another skip. Okay, earlier than we thought, we got an event to kill this guy. Why? Because I got another murder progress event. They started at the same time, but one is 4 months ahead of the other, which is crazy. Let's kill him. I don't think it's going to work. I think you'll get saved by family connections. There you go, you got saved by family connections. Well, we will start a murder scheme against him. Is it at 100%? Pretty much. It's at 95, which is the highest it can get to. Wonderful. Right. Anything else triggering anytime soon? Well, I guess in 4 months we're going to have the murder of the other one, which would be fine. Oh, 5 months even. So yeah, I guess I'll see you in 5 months. Right, it is now time for us to attempt to kill the other person, Queen Helena. So she's likely going to be saved by the exact same thing, because this is probably a folk-holding dynasty thing. But hey, we'll see. Maybe she's already used it recently. One thing I forgot to mention on the previous one, we lost a point of stewardship somewhere, which meant that I had to give away one of our domain, basically. So I gave away Rotterdam, which we got back previously. So we had it for about a month. So, cool. Killer. And... hey, she's dead. Yeah, I mean, it still contains these people down here, which I'm fairly certain we didn't kill in this circumstance, but that's fine. Wonderful. So she's dead. Right, next. Who's next? Did we have no other rivals? We have no other rivals. We just simply killed them until there were no more. That's good. We also lost another brother somewhere as well, I think it said. What's this? Oh. Like, there's a current head of faith thing and it tells you how much you're making due to tax, or how much you're paying or making due to taxes, maybe? I don't know. Honestly, I've just never seen it before. Do I want to lay with Seku Munth? I don't know, ever since his wife died? Sure. We are at max devotion, but whatever. We'll risk it. Why not? Why not? I did check, by the way, whether it was because we had like a... I was like, oh, maybe it's because we had a friend die. Maybe we lost a stewardship point that way. Don't think so. Maybe it's because we had a child die. No, we still have plenty of spares, so... yeah. Don't know. Might have been our husband lost a single point, which then meant that he gives us one less point, which then means that, you know, it all spirals out of control. Who knows? How long away are we now? We're 4 months and 8 months. We're currently not killing anyone else, though. What feuds are we in? Can I just have a look at feuds? How do I even see feuds? These are things I should probably know, like, this is how you see a feud. Nope. Don't know. Anyway, I guess we're going to kill one person. Right, I'll see you in about 4 months. We have 20 days left until we convert the next thing. However, I thought I'd unpause a little early so you can see what I'm currently dealing with. There are a lot of degraded artifacts. Dash is approaching durability 0. I'm wondering whether us putting dashes in the artifacts actually broke it. Because the dash appears to be... oh, it finally stopped. Well, that's fantastic. But it appears to only be showing the dash. That's interesting. I'm wondering whether dash is not meant to be used in artifact names. There are a lot of these, by the way. Like, just in case you're wondering. Let me just start clicking them away manually. Let's make that smaller again. Yeah, there's too many of these. There's probably like 150 of these. However, there's also only 11 months left in the game, so... you know, I'm not going to worry too much about it. 20 days left on this. Let's see how it looks. Hello. Right, gave us some things. It's okay, more schemes at court. I suppose we do have one last hold court we could do as well. Let's do it. Massive problem. Okay. Have some money. Studying the dead. I don't know. Who is telling the truth? I'm just gonna say, so what? So what? Child of the court. Someone else will raise him. Wonderful. Good that that was equally as engaging as it has been for the previous 50 times we've done it. None of that was relevant to us whatsoever. Being invited to things non-stop. Don't need to host a grand tournament. Don't need to do that. 1 day left, and we have converted it. Wonderful. Now, I believe there's actually 0 point in trying to convert anything else, because the minimum time is 12 months. So, let's just have a look at where we're at. We're at 2479. Okay, so there is a chance that we can get to 2480 before the end of the game. As in, not us, obviously, because, like, I mean, look at this. If I go and convert something, I mean, it doesn't even tell us. There's so many modifiers. 243 years to convert this one. Yeah, okay, that's going to take a little bit of time, huh? A little bit. Okay, cool. So we'll leave you on just improving religious relations, I guess. Sure, why not? Which means that that is now done. Oh, agent removed. Are we still good? Oh, we're still good. Yeah, 6 months left on that. Wonderful. Right. 4 months left on this. I think I'll see you in about 4 months' time. Okay, I'm actually joining you 24 days later, ailing with age enfeebled. Oh no. So now we have a chance of being incapable, or a chance of aging gracefully. Let's see. I'm going to take the I'll be around for donkey's years yet approach here. Aging gracefully. We got a huge health boost. Wonderful. Right. Now we're going to be around in about 4 months' time. Okay, it is our last chance to kill this guy. Let's see if it works. And He is, in fact, dead. Wonderful. The feud continues, apparently, but that's alright. We are close to getting a friendship with that person. In terms of other news, we did manage to convert, I believe, this one right here. So that is now our culture, which means that I have put this person just onto general collect taxes, which appears to be making us, like, this makes almost no difference to how much money we make, which is interesting, and I assume that's because this gives us domain taxes. So this is like improving how much these make us, but this is such a small portion of our income compared to vassal taxes that it barely noticeable on the books, basically. But still, cool. Yeah. Hey, new stewardship perk. Wow, we could get anything. We could even get like, oh, meritocracy. Yeah, sure. Why not? It's fine. Oh, what are we missing? Oh, thank you for 900 gold. We're missing a new chancellor. It can be you. That's fine. Right. Let's clear that out. What's left? Nothing here. We have no murder schemes. I think we're just on a run towards the end of the game. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else left. That's pretty much it. You know what I might do? I might talk about our future plans here, because it seems like a good time to do so. So what are my plans? Well, we're probably going to have a little bit of a break before the next series, just so that we can have, I've got things happening at New Year's, so we'll come back sometime in the new year, probably in the first week or two, and we'll have a new series. I'm thinking I'm going to go and play a mod. I haven't fully decided on it, but I'm kind of thinking we might go and have a look at the Game of Thrones mod and try and do... What's this thing? Oh, might as well do this. And try and do the, intrigue playthrough kind of idea that we had, but do some of that in Game of Thrones. I have some ideas. I haven't quite fully formed my ideas yet. I need to see what's going on. You might be saying, well, why aren't you doing a Persian playthrough? You know, that was last expansion. Well, twofold. One, I've heard it wasn't very good. Or at least my general impression is that people were not awfully impressed, would be the way I'd put it. Like, people were not super impressed by the previous DLC, so I don't see a great need to jump into it right now. And two, I think there's going to be another major DLC for CK3 releasing, which we would then cross over with again. Like, if we were to start a Persian one now, or when I want to start it, we would then cross over with whichever new DLC comes out, and I think that would be when I want to go back and play some more base game CK3. So yeah, I think it'd be a good opportunity to go try out some mods, maybe do some shorter playthroughs. I know this one has been 200 and something episodes, so yeah, we might do something like that in the future. Yeah, finish my road. I hadn't even realized we'd really started the road event. I wasn't really paying a ton of attention to it, I'll be honest. I was kind of focused on other stuff. There you go, go increase control there. 42 days left, you've got time. But yeah, so we'll do something like that, I think. That's my current plan. I haven't really formalized it. If anyone has any additional ideas, let me know. But yeah, I don't really feel like I want to do the Persian playthrough on either side right now. Hey, bubonic plague is gone. That's good. But yeah, that's roughly my thoughts currently. So some kind of modded playthrough in the new year. We'll see. I need to come up with an idea, come up with a plan, and then we will get to it. I have some interesting ideas. Yeah. But probably not something quite as long as this for at least a little bit, until I forget how slow the end game is. Right. Hey, you've increased control in the county. Wonderful. Right, December 2nd, let's do what I wanted to do here. So we're going to exit game. I'm going to go to the main menu. This saves the game. You might be wondering why the game is named DD. The simple answer is I was naming a lot of series, alliteration, so something. So I was thinking, I'll name it something Dutch, and then when I cannot think of a single thing that I want to put in front of this that would make an interesting title, so I just called it Tours and Tournaments. That's my entire that's my entire story behind that. It's not that exciting. So that's the reason why it was just named that. I was like, yeah, I'll think of it later, and then didn't. Okay, so I'm just grabbing the save file in the background. Don't worry about it. I'll stick it in here. Although I already have a backup in here, so we'll stick it in somewhere else. Yeah, I'll stick it in here. Right. Okay, so I now have a backup of it. So now we can continue here. And we should be able to go forward 30 days, and we'll see what happens when the game ends. Yeah, basically the plan. Just see what happens. Although I guess by reloading it, we have got it to the problem where like everything's not quite recalculated properly. But well, whatever. Don't need to worry about that. 10th, 11th. Yeah, you see, it still thinks there's a dangerous faction. Of which there is no dangerous faction. It just hasn't worked out yet. Because it thinks that these guys are like a percentage of our military strength, when actually it's very, very incorrect about that. Right, clear that out. Okay. Okay. 30th, 31st. The end. The end date of the game has been reached. For centuries you have followed the dynasty of Folkwolding, and it's grown into a dynasty of legendary prestige, respected by all. Due to you, the cosmos knows that even if millennia passes with Roman ashes, the Roman Empire will always return. 233 houses, legendary, 18 members played. So we only played 18 characters between this time. This one ruled for 71 years, and this is the path that we took. So, Prince Radbod here. I can't even remember if that was one that we played. But then, you know, Prince Waldger. I'm not sure they were all called Prince at the time. Yeah, I'm not definitely sure you were not Prince. So yeah, Radbod into Waldger, into Wolfhard, into Coinrad the First, Coinrad the Second, Raymond. You can kind of see the titles increasing as we get through here. Arnaud, ruled for 65 years. Gilbert the First, Gilbert the Second, ruled 80 years. Gilbert the Third. Oh yeah, we did have the path of the Gilberts, didn't we? Gilbert the Fourth for 100 years. Where are we? Catherine, who also I should point out, Gilbert the Fourth was the first pope. Then Catherine for 9 years. Antoine for 38. Sven. Regis. Sven the Second. Regis not got a number because he was deposed. And then Ragnhilder. Although for some reason it thinks that we were disgraced and a sinner, but that's probably because we reloaded the game and it's bad at reloading. Cool. Now I don't want to exit to this. I want to have a look around. Am I allowed to do that? I assume not. Yes, no. So the only option is exit to main menu. Okay, let's exit. I wonder what happens if I load up the game. What happens if you load up a game which is at the end? I have no idea. Oh, it does not know what we're doing. All right, let's do this. Because we were observing as AI. We were reserving, right? An AI-controlled one, as it was putting it. So, let's see what happens if I do this. I don't know. Probably it will break, would be my guess. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it does not like that at all. Hey, we can have a look around, though, if we want to. There we go. Ooh, and look how nice the game runs. Look at this. As we're not in the game, it runs so smoothly. Ooh. It actually, look at this. It's not lagging. The frame rate is high. This is crazy. Anyway, maybe we'll look around a little bit like this, and then we'll jump back in. Although there's not a lot we have to jump back in for. Anyway, let's go through the map modes. That's kind of interesting. These are actually interesting for once. Like, duchies obviously are the same, but kingdoms, you can see that there's still some messed up kingdom stuff up here. So we have Frisia, where we control all of this as, like, de jure Frisia. Scotland actually expanded outside of its natural borders as well. We didn't do anything with that. It just did it. Norway controls all of this, which is kind of expected. I think Denmark's slightly outside natural borders. Poland, I also think, is slightly outside natural borders. Germany as well. Or that might be, Germany might be in. No, I think the top part isn't normally Germany, but Bavaria I don't think goes quite as far in. I think Lotharingia is probably larger as well. France is definitely larger. We've cut off the top. And I think Aquitaine cut off the bottom. Burgundy looks a little squished. We get whatever Baleothryrenia is here, which I've never seen before. This is obviously all unique because of the struggle. Sahara is massive. I don't remember if it's always that massive, but it might be. Anything else looking weird? Arabia's a little different, I think. I think usually it's not quite as pushed in there. Byzantines, I assume, has had some... Yeah, I think Bulgaria might be slightly larger. Yeah, there was a few changes, mostly centered around where we made the changes, so that's cool. And then Empire, yeah, this was all de jure our land, right? Like, this was all land which was by rights ours, and this would have moved in, if we'd played 3 years longer, that would have become part of our land as well. 23 there, 23 there. I guess if we'd been integrating, we could have got all of that within our realm in the next year. Or, like, we could have done it within the years we had left. Cool. And then none of this was close. But, yeah. Essentially, we were integrating things very quickly. Faith. Pretty much everything was Routerine. If we have a look at other faiths, we didn't get to 280. We got pretty close. The biggest secondary faith is the Muslim faith here. Then we have some Buddhist faiths. Then we have some Hindu faiths. But... we were the only Christian faith. Also, we got it so there was only one Muslim faith in the world as well. So, yeah. And basically, the only other faiths that survived were centered in India, which we conquered like, just so much later. So, there we go. Culture? Well, Router made its way in here. There's a little Router in here, but I think that's a single one. I'm just seeing if any spread by itself. I would suspect not would be the answer. We have some hybrid cultures, though, which have actually spread. Like, you can see Butter Basque here. You can see Nubian Egyptian here. You can see... I mean, obviously, our Router culture, we manually spread up here. There's Suthrishur, which I think was a fusion of Router. Yeah, diverged from Router, which is cool. I also noticed, by the way, I do not have the achievement for diverging a culture. I've just never done it before, I guess, on an Iron Man save at the time. We have these two, which we did in here, because that was our land. You have a little bit over here, but yeah, none of it actually converted out of this, apart from this. This, for some reason, converted out by itself. But yeah, I've never done one since they changed the achievements so you can get them outside of Iron Man, which is kind of interesting. We've got another hybrid culture there. Few hybrid cultures around here, so I think there's some divergent cultures. Yeah, cool. I would suspect that ours was the biggest. Is there a way of having a look at culture? No, you can't really have a look at culture in the same way. I guess what we could do, though, is we could go find character. No, because we're not currently playing as a character. We can't do that. Yeah, I was going to say find character who is Router, but I guess we can't do that. Okay, cool. Next one, houses. Folkwolding. Yep, you can't split it down any further. There is no way of looking at the next level down, so maybe if I do this, then houses? Nah, okay. That's fine. Next, we have governments. Oh, more interesting than I thought it would be. Mostly feudal, but we got some clan left. We got a little bit of republics around the place. Okay. Cool. Cool. Not really a lot we can look at from here. We're just like, okay, cool. This happened. Court languages. Dutch. Hey, there was a tiny bit that changed right at the end. Oh, okay. But we did have it all Dutch at one point, as we know. But tiny bit up here as still surviving. County titles, I mean, that's not helpful. These don't change. That's just the default map. Economy. So bits that are glowing are bits that are worth more. Right, these are the bits that make the most per month. So these are making like 80 per month. Down here is actually making like pretty good money, like 40 per month. Holland is making 50 per month. See, it's not even worth as much as Ile-de-France. I think it was by far the highest. I might be wrong though. There's this one down here making 58. Yeah. Oh, 65 down here. Is this a gold mine or something? I know that they have some of these in places. Yeah, that's a gold mine. Okay. So, just for context, Ile-de-France is literally making more money than an actual gold mine, right? Oh, wait a second. We've got a new contender. This gold mine right here is making 89. This is making 84. This is number one on the map. Bambook. The most, like the highest profit holding on the map. This is very, very close though. 84 is very close, but still, yeah, we were making a ton of money. And then we have some of our land in here, which was making quite a lot, but actually we weren't really using it for the, we weren't using any of this for money making. We were using this because we put horse buildings on it, basically. Cool. Next up, we have development. So we were pretty much maxed all the, well, we were maxed all the way over here in England. Our land here all maxed. Basically everything in Western Europe is like maxed or like close to max. Everything we conquered early, very, very high. And in fact, you can kind of see it. Like areas which we conquered tend to be like much higher. Plus India, which is just very high. I think they get a ton of bonuses and events. I need to play here at some point, but yeah, I just tend not to. It just feels like it's disconnected from the rest of the map, which you can kind of see here. Like it was just, like even in this playthrough, it wasn't connected, really. And then the areas that we didn't get to at all until later just have like no development, basically. But yeah, very, very high development radiating out from where we were, which is expected because our development was high. Development can go up based upon development in nearby provinces. I think it's adjacent provinces, which then means it spreads out and out and out and out and out. So the fact that ours was high then makes everything else high, and then we were building buildings and yeah, so on and so forth. County control, I mean, like, there you go. If anyone's interested, I wouldn't be, so there we go. And then that doesn't change either. Cool. So that's all of that. This was our final character. 51 diplomacy, 33 martial, 53 stewardship, 24 intrigue, and 63 learning, and 87 prowess. I somehow think this wasn't even our strongest character. Like, we didn't have that many bonuses. Like, they almost all fit on the screen. Like, we had some characters which had so many bonuses that they were well off the screen and they were stacking to incredible levels. 26 titles, including, you know, Frisian Empire, Kingdom of Frisia, the Armenian Principalities. Wait, I held that title? Oh, was this this was a no land title I was going to give to somebody and then never did? Alright. And then the papacy, obviously. Our heir, I believe, was this guy, Roger, who had some, was, you know, he was alright. Heir's heir was Batromila, and then beyond that, I think it was probably her. Yeah, Miloslava. Interestingly, the culture was different here, so that was Czech Slovian on the next generation down. I mean, we could have converted, obviously, but still interesting. Ton of everything that we could see here, like gold, prestige, piety, troops, like just an insane number of troops. We had camel riders? I don't remember us having... oh, that's our allies. Our allies had camel riders, I see. So we have all of that, which is cool. terms of things, Routerine. Well, I mean, we already looked at it. Like, obviously, you know, just the biggest faith in the world. So we've looked at that. We had our culture, which was Router, which had everything set up for it here. Yeah, just generally perfect. And then what else did we have? What else? Ah, yes. And now we have the House Folk Wolding. See, I love how it thinks it's disgraced, but it's just because it hasn't calculated everything. It was the top level, had every single Dynasty Legacy available to us at the time of us playing it, as in on the patches we were on. Not every single, you know, one that we could ever get, because they released more of the Persian one, but, you know, every one that we could get on the patch we were on. We had the Stalwart Family one here, apparently. Oh, that's from a previous feud. I see. Seeing what else we got here. So this was the Dynasty Head. Let's see here. Oh, it was legendary there. I don't know why it says not legendary here, but it's like, yeah, you are legendary there. It's kind of weird. Dynasty Head was obviously us. Modifier for strong blood. Yeah, 400% chance of gaining new good congenital traits. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. At 233 houses. So if we do this by house head strength, so obviously Folk Wolding was first. Then we had Kosala, which is Hockney's one. Then we had this guy in another Indian one. Gojam is another Indian one. Another Kosala one. Asturias is over in the Iberian Peninsula. Estonia, Fars, Jean. This one has died out. We had quite a few that... Wait a second. How can it have died out, but yet still be house head military strength high? That doesn't seem right. No, I think this is just sorted incorrectly. Because it hasn't worked out military strength, because we're on the observe. I see. Yeah, living members, though, it should be correct. So Farfa, so the Croatian branch is a huge one. The Saharan branch, the Bobo branch. Okay, there was like a lot of living members in them. So this was like, you know, a third of the main dynasty there was in that one. We had Folk Wolding Alba, which is not in Alba, which I think is very funny. It's in Kipchak. Volga, Bulgaria. The Joluf Berry. It's some in Wales as well. Yeah. I'll stop when we get to ones that are lower than like 100. Yeah, so that's who we had there. I'm just going to do a quick scroll in case anyone's interested. You can have a look at these if you want to know exactly where everything was. There we go. Scroll all the way down. My god, there was so many of these. Look how many of these there were. This is crazy. It's actually an insane number. Yeah. Okay, they're still going. There's still living members, by the way, in these. And still going. 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 And we're down to one. So this is the smallest one, is Zam. Okay. And then this is where they died out. So we have Farsi in there. I'm trying to see if there's many that I recognized. I think we saw Farsi for a while, but I think maybe earlier in the playthrough. A lot of these I do not remember. Yasmin, I think maybe we saw. Chaps, maybe. I don't know. And then Folk Wolding Utrecht I saw, but I think there were multiple of those. And then Gerulfling, which decided not to go for the same crest everyone else went with, which is also very funny. Cool. Oh, just out of curiosity, we'll do a usual check that we do sometime. What does lineage do? Oh, I see. I didn't know you could look at that otherwise. Are there any Carlings left? Yeah, Carling Dynasty. There are. Okay. Let me get out of here. Yeah, so there's 155 living Carling members for a comparison. This being like one of the biggest dynasties usually. So, yeah, crazy. And did the main Carling house live? Oh, it's not sorting at all. It is? Wait. Oh, is it the other way around? Yeah, there we go. Carling. Hey, the original Carling house has 2 living members. Look at that. Fantastic. Well done, them. Okay, now we're going to do something which is probably going to crash the game, and it's the last thing we're looking at. So, let's go in here, and we're going to see how many generations we can go back. So, in here, Dynasty tree. So this is our generation. So just from Pope Ragnhildur down, this is everybody that she directly, her and her siblings directly had underneath them. So it's quite a lot. There's already a bit which is not connected, which I'm not entirely sure how that happens, but there you go. All right. How many generations back do you think we can go? So this is actually everything from Pope Ragnhildur's father. So 1 generation? Oh, we can go 1 generation back. Okay. So that is him. So there. So that's all of these ones. So we've started to loop a little bit in places, but not too bad. Not too bad. We've got a second house over here. Going back another generation. So Pope Sven II, we go back. It let me go back. So this is now his generation. So this goes all the way along here. Multiple new houses. Okay. We're going to go back another generation. The music stopped. Hey! It let us go back. Alright, so we're now at Pope Sven I. This still seems to be okay. Yeah. Okay, there's Ragnhildur. Okay, back here. Another generation. It's thinking about it. It's like, that's 1 generation too far, maybe? Maybe? Oh, it let us go there. So we're now at Thurither. So we go here. I can hear my computer starting to make louder noises. So we're now here. And there's a lot of them. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Some very big house changes over here. Okay, back up to the top. We're going to try and go 1 more generation back. There we go. And music's still going though. Doesn't seem to like it. Does not seem to like it at all. Music stopped. Yup. I think the game is thoroughly... Oh! Never mind. We got back a generation to Baroness someone, who I'm not entirely sure was who we were aiming for, but you can see it's starting to lag. I'm not going to go through all of this anymore, because this is now lagging severely. Alright, 1 more generation back. I think we've ended up on somebody we did not expect as well. Because I think we've gone down a different dynasty path. Because we intermarried too many times. We haven't gone down the path of the rulers. We've gone down the path of, like, you know, an ancestor. Basically. So, back a generation. Yeah, that might be it. Yes, that I think is thoroughly dead. We'll see though. We'll give it a second. It still lets me move my mouse around, which is cool. No, I think it's dead. I think it's thoroughly dead. Yep. Music's still going, but game is not loading. Cool. Well, with that... Oh, it loaded. What is this? That's odd. Anyway, does this even lead anywhere? I'm just following one line. No? Oh, yeah, that leads all the way out here. All right, back. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go one more generation back and we'll call it there whether it crashes or not. All right, so from Elaine, we go back one. And I would like to thank everybody who has watched this far in the series. I appreciate it very much. It was fun to do. It was something that we haven't done before. It was cool. It went through many different phases. We had slow, we had fast, we had mega conquering. But I think it's time to go back to something a little bit smaller and to, explore some other aspects of the game that we have perhaps lost via being immensely OP. So, that's kind of the plan for the new year. So thank you very much for watching. And we're going to just sit here and see whether we have crashed or not. Let me see. Oh, I got a spinning circle of death. Windows has determined that it has crashed. And, yeah, it's dead. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.